But all of the problems that you had were the result of the fears that you had about that relationship, which were about the ending the relationship. Mm-hmm. You had a fear of ending it because it might have been maybe even before you got married or at any stage in the marriage, you might have been thinking, this isn't right for me. And I really feel on a gut level, this isn't right for me or it's not working. Now, if you were acting without fear, you would go, well, it's not right for me. The thing to do is to move on. Or the thing to do is to be honest with my husband or my wife and say, this isn't working. We've got to do something different. I'm not happy. But all of the fears of what other people might think, of the expectations of society, what you might think of yourself, you might think, I'd be a failure if I ended this marriage. I'd feel a failure. I would have all these regrets about my life. Other people would criticize me. I would feel that I hadn't tried hard enough. And I'll look back at the end of my life and thought, well, maybe if I'd just tried a bit harder, I could have saved that marriage. Now, they're all fears, and they're all fears that not only keep people in the wrong relationship, but they also keep you doing the wrong things, which is holding on to that relationship, being needy, needing it to work, trying to make it work, rather than just saying, well, my life's perfect. This is an experience. It's not meant to be, so I'll move on to the next one. Now, when I say this, sometimes people have, that's a terrible attitude to have. If everyone had that attitude, the average marriage would last for about a week. But that's
in the States, probably true. 2 days. No.
Because what I've found with people who have great relationships, and I've done a lot of study in comparing a small group of people relatively who have really good relationships, who it flourishes and gets better with time, and they've been together 30 years and they're still passionate about each other and they don't have problems, compared to the majority of relationships whose marriages that struggle and people are struggling. And the people in really great relationships, they have no fear about their relationship and they actually have no fear about it ending. And that's actually the key to longevity in a relationship, is to say, if at any time it's not working for either of us on a core level, not just on we can sort out some superficial problems, but if any time we're really honest with ourselves and say, this is no longer right for me, then I can walk away from it and I'll be fine. And I don't have all these fears about what might happen to me or my family or whatever if I did make that decision. And that allows you to be your authentic self in that relationship. So these are the strongest relationships, because people are going, well, I'm here because I want to be. If it doesn't work out now or at any time in the future, that's fine. It's all meant for the best and I'll be okay and everyone else will be okay. That's when you can be happy, relaxed, open, honest, and enjoying just being there. And the interesting thing as well is that's what you were like when you first got into that relationship.
Yeah, you're right.
You were just you didn't have any fears about it. You were just enjoying being there. You weren't worried about, what will people think if this person I met yesterday I don't go on and marry and I don't stay with? You weren't thinking that. You're just enjoying it. You were being your authentic self. So that's the state you have to be in if you want longevity in your relationship. And it might not be the right relationship for you, or it might be. But if you have a fear attached to it, you're going to create problems.